Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
何？
いや、朝比奈さんが心配してて、深谷さんが閉じこもってるって。
放っておいて。
さ、とりあえず一度ドアを開けてくれない？
好きにさせない。ジェノサイダーショーなんかの好きにはさせない。
Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toka's so scared?
でも
Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Yes, there is. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean. Sure, whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to.
Togami だ。
ごめんなさい。約束守れなかった。
Promise.
でも安心して。これ以上はもう私がジェノサイダーショーの好きにはさせないから。
Let's get back to the investigation. What was Toka talking about just now? Something about a promise. Oh, I have no idea. Another one of our delusions, I'm sure. If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Tina take care of her.
行くぞ。
The library. Let's go in. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
何度も言わせるな。
What am I supposed to be looking at? If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right?
行くぞ。
Wow, there's so many books and files. And so much dust too.
つまり
The hell? There's something up there. Oh, it's the camera. But I'm going to have some problems. All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Those documents are dangerous. They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. The secret council controlling everything from the shadow. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before. Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over here, there. Huh. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. That is the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Right. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? What you consider usual is usually based on your common sense. But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. I already told you. There is a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I have solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? That is the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple. The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees and beg. I might even show you myself. A wooden box. Although judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. An extension cord. About the case file, could you let me see it? Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kanno Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuno Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumeji Jima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. We should get going soon. Anywhere but here. We've finished our business here, haven't we? Well, this is a good time because I need to take a break. Pretty soon. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial.
お前の相手をしている暇はない。じゃあな。
And he's gone. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there is somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. Ooh. Yeah. What we're gonna do is we'll head back to the locker rooms and then we're taking a break because I need to go to bed.
なんかそうに決まって
Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Oh. The warehouse by the dorms. Alright. So we're saving here and we will continue next time. Let's see, which is the most... Okay, there we go. Oh, another murder, huh? I can't even talk. Yeah. We'll continue this exciting playthrough next time.